Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Serial, and welcome back to Death Mark 2. Previously we completed Chapter 1. Now we're off to investigate Hanako the toilet and complete Chapter 2. The next day at Kujo Mansion. The phone's ringing. Gotta answer it. Hello? It's me, Konoe. Thanks for last night. Did you sleep well? Well, I doubt you slept peacefully given the things we experienced last night. I still find it hard to believe. So, why did you call me? Right, let's cut to the chase. I need your help. A new notice from the departed has arrived. Now it's quick. I'll tell you the details in person. Not now, though. I've got an errand I must attend to. I'll be back on the school grounds at 5 p.m. Can you return around that time? Sure. He then hangs up the phone. There's still some time left before I'm supposed to meet the headmaster. I retraced what happened last night, while drinking some coffee to wake me up. Honestly, a part of me still can't believe it. I need to organize my thoughts. What should I think about first? Wait. Drink coffee, add some sugar? I take my coffee black. I take 1 sugar cube from the pot. Then I drop into my mug and stir into the coffee with a little spoon. Can you add more? I take 1 sugar cube from the pot. Can we add an infinite amount of sugar? We're doing this. We're just gonna keep adding sugar. Do you want some coffee with your sugar, sir? There's barely anything left in the sugar pot. Okay, drink coffee. My eyes settle on the coffee that I brewed up. I ground the imported beans myself and made some fun adjustments to it. You can say it's one of the finest things I've ever made. Coffee's the best companion you can have when you're contemplating something. I wrap my fingers around the mug's handle and take a sip of the black liquid. So is it going to count for the sugar? Yep, that's the stuff. Caffeine and sugar are flowing into my tired brain. Some people get on my case for putting too much sugar in my coffee. I won't drink it any other way. Oh, so you like that? Drink more coffee. Sip. This is how this playthrough's gonna go. We're just gonna drink coffee and sugar. Phew. I feel like my head's cleared now. Time to focus on putting my mind to work. More. Okay. Last night I was attacked by the departed. Hi. Their eerie whispers felt like a bug was burrowing straight into my brain. And their words are still ringing in my ears now. But the important thing is, I'd still somehow go for it still. This is what they said. On this wonderful day, let us exchange vows with one another. I swear to always stay by your side forever and ever. That sounds like a wedding vow. We need to stop getting married to, like, ghostly women. It just keeps happening in this series. They're giving their letter to me. I have a feeling that the departed may be obsessed with me. To make things worse. Say, my dear. No. Not on the first date. I lost consciousness after that. When I came to, I was lying face down in the corridor. I looked around, and the departed was nowhere to be found. I don't understand what they're thinking, but one thing's for sure. They're using spirits to harm the students. What should I think about next? Strange happenings. Hanako the toilet, who I met last night, must be one such spirit. The grudge of someone who died a violent death will not be calm even after their death. That powerful grudge will turn them into an inhuman, supernatural being. A spirit. Spirits resent and kill living beings. I saw with my own eyes last night. The only way to eradicate them is by erasing their grudges. To do that, we first need to investigate the spirit and discover their grudge. What I have to do now is investigate the spirits and terminate them. 4 months ago, I was confronted by spirits in a strange incident. I barely managed to survive. It was all thanks to the mark bearers who helped me with the investigation. Only 4 months ago! Wow. What should I think about next? Then I wonder when Spirit Hunter NG takes place. It may very well take place after this, for all I know. Mark bearers. The mark bearers are people I can trust. 4 months ago, several people had death marks carved in their body, trademark. Something that was a work of a spirit in H City. And I was among those 13 people. We mark bearers worked together to survive, and brought an end to the case. We still keep in touch with each other. We even team up to solve mystery cases from time to time. The person who introduced me to Mr. Konoe was a mark bearer who works as a doctor at the school. Diamond. Makes me wonder if we weren't really meant to escape our strange fates. The pendulum clock in the entrance hall rings. It's almost time for my appointment with the headmaster. Better get ready to go out. I put all the essential items into my favorite bag. My old notebook and flashlight, along with all the things I found at the school yesterday. The key item needed to erase a spirit's grudge usually lies in a haunted place. Attempting to prepare for every possibility is a fool's errand. This should be good enough. I finish getting ready and head to the garage. Then again to my favorite minivan. Alright, gang, let's go. To the malt shop. Konara Academy. The school is built in a place called Konara, an area situated on top of a hill on the outskirts of H City. Built in the early Showa period, this school is considered a tangible cultural property of H City. Although it's been renovated several times, it still looks pretty much the same inside and out. With a pickle on top. Konara Academy is about 20 minutes from Kujo Mansion. Mr. Konai told me there were no vacant spots in the school's parking lot. So my only option is to park my car in a parking area near the school and walk. Thanks. No parking spots for the guy about to save all your students and you know. School's already letting out by the time I arrive. Students are heading for the exits. They're all looking pretty gloomy though. Is it because of the Departed case? I walk down the same route as yesterday, and once again arrive at this special building. I check the clock hanging in the entrance. There's still some time left before the appointment. I head to the infirmary. Diamond, the guy who introduced me to Mr. Konoe, might be in there. Once I arrive, though, Diamond's not there. Not just that, I came to find the school nurse. If memory serves, Diamond once told me that it wasn't mandatory for a school to have appointed a nurse. I realize that this isn't really my domain, but in light of recent events, I'm starting to think that policy may be a huge mistake. It's almost time. Let's go to the faculty room. Where are we going? Well, I think you have to go to the faculty room. Mr. Konoe immediately spots me when I enter the faculty room. He claps his hands together and approaches me. Ah, you've come, Yashiki. Does that mean you're continuing with the investigation? Yeah. You're such a lifesaver, thank you. Shall we talk about the case now? Where should we start? The deceased Izumi. I haven't heard anyone making any rumblings about Izumi yet. A missing persons report will probably be issued shortly, though I doubt they'll treat it as a criminal case, especially given that his corpse disappeared after he died. Aside from us, the only one else who knows is Doryu from the student council. Kinakawa as well. Apparently, Doryu told her. If I remember correctly, Kinakawa is the white-haired girl. She said she's a good friend of Doryu's. Please be discreet about this. Consider that an order from your client. The new notice. The new notice was found on top of the piano in the music room this morning. Take a look. It matches the notice I saw last night. It must really be the departed's notice. Dear model, Hanako will kill you tonight. I'm watching hiding in the school. Your beloved the departed. Well, who's the model? The previous victim was the pianist. In other words, Izumi, the piano player. This time the target's been dubbed model. Who could it be? Do you have an idea who this model is? I'm afraid not. Apologies, I'm still new here. I tried asking the teachers as well, but to no avail. So I'll leave the investigation to you. The school's investigation. From today onward, I'd like you to start a full-fledged investigation at our school. I want to put an end to this case. Try speaking to the teachers and students. I'm an outsider, though. Is that really okay? I know that. That's why I asked my friend at the Board of Education to issue this for me. He then holds out a piece of paper. Certificate of Employment, Special Contract Teacher. What? My name is written on the bottom part of the paper. Is this some kind of joke? I've taken the liberty of making you a teacher at our school. You'll be able to freely roam the campus this way. In my opinion, this is the most expeditious way to end this case. Is that agreeable to you, Mr. Yashiki? Seems I don't have a choice. Thank you for your understanding. The sudden development has put me at a loss for words. I'd expected that things would get bizarre, but to become a teacher... I guess that's all I can say about the case. I tried telling my friend on the police force about it, but they didn't believe me. In fact, he just became worried that I'd hit my head somewhere. You're the only one I can rely on to put an end to this. Anyway, why don't you get started now? Feel free to explore other places beside the old building. I don't think there are many students remaining, though. It's almost time for the last call to leave school grounds, and we've advised them to not stay behind. In light of recent incidents. He must be referring to the first notice. A mysterious notice appeared. A student went missing. Even the cops got involved. The school needs to look like it's doing something in response to the situation. Oh right, I almost forgot. Please feel free to make use of the infirmary as much as you need. The school nurse has been out with a cold. Diamond has been managing in her absence. You two are good friends, so I imagine there shouldn't be any problems. Diamond and, what was his name, Mashita? They're kind of like your OGs in Death Mark 1. So from this point on, I am going to talk about the Death Mark 1 story, so if you don't want any spoilers for Death Mark 1, I mean, you'll have to go and watch it. I have kind of given a little bit of time for people to catch up, hopefully, before releasing episode 2. So, before starting my investigation, I should return to the infirmary to see if Diamond's returned. Oh, you're back. Who? A cheerful voice greets me when I come in. Oh, you usually look like Chuni. Hello, Mr. Yashiki. Mr. Diamond's running an errand, but he'll be here later. Oh, wait a second. Why are you here, I? To help you out, of course. I heard about the departed from Mr. Diamond. Can you tell me more about the case? Sure. Hi. This is Ai Kashiwagi, one of the mark bearers who handed down spirits to me in the past. She's a member of the idol group Love and Hero, and are mainly active in H City. What happened to your idol duties? Just so you know, I'm not slacking off, okay? Today's my day off. Last week was rough, though. We were busy recording our new song. And if you're curious about it, I'd say it's sultry, maybe? I guess it's kind of cheerful and passionate. One thing for sure, it's a banger. In all of Love and Hero songs, they passionately sing about love and justice. The songs are simple, but they have powerful messages. They seem to be well liked by some youngsters. Ai is a passionate young girl who unreservedly lives the lyrics of their songs. Why she's here. Luffy is a local idol group in H City. That's why some of our fans go to this school. Not a lot, though. Not a lot. I guess you're not that famous, then. We're still pretty much an up-and-coming act, but someday we'll be touring the nation. You just wait. Anyway, one of our fans told me about the Departed rumors. It got me kind of worried since they seem to be genuinely scared about. After that, Mr. Diamond told me about your investigation. Ah, that's why she decided to come here like my personal guardian angel. That's how Ai's always been. Act first, deal with the consequences later. It's dangerous, though. There are victims in this case already. I know that. Besides, you know all the risks, and you're still investigating, aren't you? I can't just let my friend do it alone. Friend, a genuine compliment for me from an active idol. What an endearing moment. A little bit too dazzling for me, though. I'm not taking one step out of here, no matter what you say to me. Uniform. You're not a student here, right? Where'd you get that uniform? I borrowed it from a friend. She graduated from Konara Academy. While investigating the case, no one will get suspicious if I'm wearing a uniform. Besides, isn't this uniform adorable? I wanted to wear it. Look, doesn't it suit me? I guess so. You look exactly like a student. You don't stand out at all. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to hear. I heard the pain in that statement. After listening to her story, I gave her a detailed recap of the situation. She's experienced the terror of facing spirits. She knows the risks. And yet, she still wants to go after them. There's no stopping her. I understand the situation. So, what's up next for your investigation? Let's see. Our subjects are the Departed and Hanako of the toilet. For now, let's focus on Hanako. Now that a new notice has appeared, our main priority is to prevent any more casualties. Yep, let's protect the living. First things first. We need to investigate rumors regarding Hanako. If we get a lot of information, we may find a way to placate Hanako's grudge. Spirits disappear once a grudge is resolved. I'm really curious about this model Hanako is targeting. I wonder who it is. We need to find that out. Looks like the spirits in this school don't attack indiscriminately. There must be some reason for that. True, we may be able to uncover the spirit's motive if we discover what the reason is. Let's ask around and see what information we can gather about Hanako and the model. Student council room. Yo! My fellow teenagers. A familiar looking girl is in the student council room. Sus. Oh, you're Mr. Yashiki, right? You're not from this school. What are you still doing here? I'm continuing the investigation of Hanako of the toilet. It's even more important now considering the events of last night. And your susness. I want to ask you some questions. My apologies. I don't want to remember what happened last night. That's not surprising. She went through such a horrific experience and lost one of her friends. Still, there's too much at stake to just drop a subject like that. How do you know she wasn't tracking him down for the kill? She looks tense. She seems to be wary of me. What should I do? Tell her I'm a teacher? Oh yeah, because I got the thing. I tell her I've become a teacher in order to continue the investigation. Oh, so you're not an outsider anymore. Sorry, Mr. Yashiki. I'll help you out however I can. Looks like Doryu is finally willing to talk. So, what do you want to ask me? Chat. There's something I want to confirm. Why were you in the old building last night? I know the headmaster told me to go home, but I was so worried about Izumi, I couldn't help it. Sure. I tried looking around the new building's second floor, but then I heard a boy scream from the old building. That must have been Izumi yelping when Hanako cut off his hand. So I went to the old building. Once I got there, the hallway was covered with blood. And then, the hoses. I screamed, and then I passed out. I guess that explains how she wound up suspended in the air when the headmaster and I found her. See, I was thinking that the hoses left because, like, she's not the target. Now, there's two ways to look at that. It's either she's not the target, for one, and it doesn't attack others too aggressively, or she's not the target because she's the damn departed, or at least summoned the departed. Sorry if I make you relive that memory. It's alright. Hanako the toilet. Looks like I gave you bad information about Hanako the toilet. I'm really sorry about that. Last night, Doryu informed me that Hanako was the spirit of a little girl in the red skirt. But it seems that the spirit we're dealing with is a different Hanako. Just a coincidental Hanako. So, about this Hanako girl. There used to be a student named Hanako Akai in the brass band club. Yes, I actually looked into it a bit on my own because I was curious. People have been saying Hanako the toilet is that Hanako from second year. Because, she committed... Do you have any information about Hanako the toilet? No, sorry. Horror stories are really scared of me, so this is all I know. Try asking Michiko. She's into this stuff. You mean the girl who came to the infirmary last night? Yes, Michiko Kinukawa, the student council vice president. I think she's in the music room now. She went there earlier. You should ask her about Akai, too. Okay, thanks. Hanako Akai. Akai was a quiet girl. She might have been depressed over something. It's meaningless now, but if only I noticed earlier, I might have done something to help her out. Stop talking. I leave the student council room after hearing what Doryu had to say. Okay, now I can check my files. Alright. Spirit file. And that's chapter 1. Character file. Cheerful, passionate girl with a strong sense of justice. She's part of the out-of-group love and hero. She's been friends with the protagonist since he saved her life during the bizarre case. Despite her frame, she's quite strong and explores tight spaces with her slender arms. Eyes hair tie. A favorite item is a common hair tie, but it's stained with the blood and sweat she's lost during her idol career. Basically her stalwart companion. +2 strength. Wait, I know the stats are kind of funny. Yeah, okay, look, here's Yashiki. Full-grown man. 11 strength. Aikashi Wagi, 17 strength. Which also makes some sense because she is an idol. That is a very physical thing. But that's a pretty big gap. Like, Yashiki is like, he is out of shape, man. Who? Who the heck are you? You a teacher or something? Wrong button. Don't talk to me. If I remember correctly, the first notice was posted on this bulletin board. I keep hitting the wrong button. But it disappeared by the time the police started investigating. Someone must have taken the notice. The male student is mumbling. There's a large bulletin board here. This is where the first notice was posted. When with the papers around, there was a knife damage and some red marks. The first missing person was Ribbon, wasn't it? She was probably killed by Hanako of the toilet. The controls are just really awkward. Like, your hands are going every different direction just to do stuff. Notice where students are posted on the bulletin board. Students, please avoid loitering at the school. Get home as soon as classes are over. This is all because of these incidents. I'd like to resolve this problem and bring peace back to the school. Let's go in. Hi, can you inspect this area? Sure, why not? Ah! I've checked the place. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual. There's a black grand piano. I'm good at piano. I played it during one of my shows before. Everyone was thrilled. That includes the portrait that fell last night. Someone must have put it back up. They're all foreigners, huh? Japan has some wonderful musicians, though. A white-haired student is standing there. She's the girl I saw at the infirmary yesterday. If I remember correctly, she's Michiho Kinukawa. Oh, you're the old man from yesterday. Are you here to investigate the departed? Or Hanako of the toilet? Doryu told me you're pretty into these sorts of things. I am, yeah. The headmaster asked you to pursue the departed's case, didn't he? That makes you my rival. Rival? You see, I follow all the rumors spreading around this school. I did some investigating of my own about the departed Hanako. You could say I'm a walking encyclopedia on these topics now. Like scary rumors or the suicide 3 months ago. I want to hear more about that. Mind helping out with my investigation. Didn't I just tell you that you're my rival? Please, I don't want anyone else to get hurt. Oh well, whatever. Because you saved Hime's life last night, I'll make an exception this time, alright? But I won't give you anything next time. Gathering info is no easy task, you know. So what do you want to ask? Chat. I assume Doryu's already told you how terrifying Hanako the toilet is. So why are you still investigating this case? You want to avenge Izumi or something? Not at all. I hated that guy, you know? I feel bad that he's dead, though. Yeah, see? But I only looked for him because Hime asked me to. Makes me wonder why you take such a risk. Then. It's none of your business. Leave me alone. Hanako the toilet. Hanako the toilet is a spirit that appears in the girls' restroom in the old building. Except for Hime, everyone basically knows the rumors surrounding Hanako. There's a rumor going around Konara Academy. There's been a lot of stuff scribbled on the wall in the restroom lately. You don't know? It's a ritual to summon spirits. People have been saying a spirit will appear if you write on the wall in the restroom. Some students have tried that for fun. They don't believe in spirits or anything. They just did it for the frills. That includes her, too. She wanted to scribble some stuff in the empty restroom in the old building. She wrote some things on the wall using a marker. Except she didn't believe in ghosts. She did all that while thinking, there's no way a spirit exists. But then she heard the sound of the toilet being flushed in the empty stall next to her. There shouldn't be anyone else here. How could that be? She had a bad feeling as she decided to run. But she was more curious about that stall. So she opened the door and looked inside. There she found a girl in a red skirt hanging from the ceiling with a hose around her neck. She screamed and ran away. But you know what happened after that? Even after she left school and got home, that voice was still ringing in her ears. And in the end, the next day the departed's notice arrived and she disappeared. Everyone's saying she died and her corpse was never found, and that she was killed by Hanako. That's the rumor about Hanako of the toilet. Pretty scary, isn't it? I see. I repeat the rumor in my head. Give it back, huh? What in the world is Hanako searching for? It may be tied to a grudge. Hanako Akai. 3 months ago, Akai committed suicide in the girls' restroom in the old building. She hanged herself with a rubber hose. The female restroom in the old building. Suicide with a rubber hose. That lines up with Hanako the toilet. I guess Hanako Akai really is that spirit. Akai used to be a member of the brass band club. Maybe the club's members know something. Where are they? I don't see them here. I heard they've been rehearsing late into the night since they've got a concert coming up soon. I think club activities are done for the day. But some of them might still be hanging around. Why don't you try looking for them? We're good. Huh? Their class should be here. Literally rushed over here. Where are they going? Are they in the restroom? No, I don't think they're in the restroom. Not with all the Hanako rumors. Ugh, whenever I think about Hanako, I get goosebumps all over. I really hate spirits. I want to go home now. The windows are covered by curtains. Is that to block out the sun? Seems a bit weird, though. That said, the curtains aren't giving off eerie vibes or anything. It's not something to be concerned about. We try to call her, only get ignored. We had to finish patrolling the vicinity before school was over. Ever since all the commotion about the parts, I feel chill after school. I just feel like someone's watching me. Well, being in the disciplinary committee isn't easy. What's this? Useless. Everyone in school is mentally unstable. They're all terrified of the departed. Still, the sunny spot in this classroom, the window to window is special. Because you can indulge yourself and lounge around reading until school is over. You don't need to worry about me anymore. Okay. The windows are covered by curtains. It is very specific. I don't mind showing for club activity after so long, but the vibe's been so bad lately. I know, right? I doubt we've got any chance of winning this year's competition. All because of that incident. You mean the thing with Akai? Are you brass band club members? Oh yeah, I was only there until this summer though. I already quit. I'm a new teacher. The headmaster asked me to look into the Hanako Akai. Can you tell me more about her? Are they still investigating that case? Man, enough already. Have you already been questioned? Well, yeah, last summer. She killed herself because of the bullying, didn't she? Is that so? There's no reason to deny it. I heard rumors of her getting bullied all the time. The various bits of graffiti I saw in the restroom last night were all insults aimed at her. I guess was right, she was being bullied. Man, I'm freaking exhausted. Is it just me or was the brass band club the last one to finish practice today? Well, we've got no choice. The concert's almost here. Are you from the brass band club? I'm a new teacher. The headmaster asked me to look into Hanako Akai. Can you tell me more about her? Why are you asking us about Akai now? Did they relaunch an investigation into her suicide? No harm in letting them fill in the blanks incorrectly. Something like telling them the truth would help them anyway. Kai was quiet, but she was gentle and kind. And she loved playing piano. Whenever we sing the school song, we always have a student representative play the piano. Remember that for later. Very specific during the boss fight. That will inevitably happen. That used to be her job. She was overjoyed when she got the news. Until Toshihiko easily replaced her, right? It was written on the poster I found last night. Right, I think it happened just before she died. What, does that mean she killed herself over that? No way. That's a pretty solid job of gathering information so far. We managed to get some very useful info from Doryu, Kinakawa, and the brass band club members. Where should we go next? Say, Mr. Yashiki, this may sound random, but how about we check out the shoe lockers on the first floor? Why? Because school's over. But there's quite a few students who are about to head home now. So there should be some people there. Makes sense. Let's go to the shoe lockers. Sure. Hey. You the school bully? Ha! Don't talk to me. Yeah. This means there's a new building. The school's right ahead. Shoe lockers for students are placed near the entrance. Over there. We have no eyes. Two students are chatting quietly. That Hanako. Mr. Yashiki, did you hear? They said Hanako. They may be talking about Nakai. Shall we go ask them? Hold on a sec, Ai. Let's lay low for a bit. They may stop talking if they notice us. You make a good point. Should we eavesdrop then? They're too occupied by their conversation to notice us. We may be able to eavesdrop on their chat if we do this right. Eavesdrop. That was a mini-game event. Eavesdrop correctly or die. Die from social awkwardness. Need to get closer to the students if I want to listen to their conversation. Have I approach. Approach naturally. I mean, this literally has the highest chance. It could still fail inherently. God, I'll try to casually approach those girls. Don't XCOM me. Great. I managed to casually approach them. It's time for the students to leave school. Maybe they'll be more amicable. Looks like this is the right choice. You think? Let's keep an ear open to overhear the girls' conversation. Shoe lockers. Pretend to wait for a friend. I nods after seeing my sign. I don't like that build-up. It takes long enough that it gives, like, that worry. Moya is late again, huh? Guess I have to wait here for a while. The girls don't seem to be wary of Ai's act. Maybe now we can listen to their conversation without worrying. Looks like this is the right choice. You survived. Social decorum. Students finish chanting and leave the area. Mission success. I totally eavesdropped on them. I immediately reports what she heard. The students were talking about Hanako Akai's best friend. That friend being Naomi Horikoshi. Horikoshi seems to be crazy popular. Both her grades and athleticism are top-notch. She used to be bright and cheerful. So she isn't bright and cheerful now. Uh-huh, she's not doing so well after Akai's suicide. The two students talking now were worried about her. They tried to talk to her, but she got mad. I think they were talking about that. Can't blame her. Her best friend died. Did you get anything else? Let's see. Horikoshi's working as a magazine model. She's hiding it from the school. Model? Could it be? Mr. Yashiki? I looks confused. I guess she completely forgot. I was referring to this. I take out the depart's notes from my bag. Dear model, Hanako will kill you tonight. I'm watching Hide in School, your beloved, The Departed. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, I am. Wrong button. That means Hanako's target is... The possibility is high. We have to find Naomi Horikoshi. Agreed. Your class is 2B. Let's go there right away. To be or not to be? That is the question of Yora. You? Wow. Do you know Naomi Horikoshi? The hell? I'm Horikoshi. Who are you, old man? I quickly introduced myself to Horikoshi. Oh, really? You're a teacher? What do you want with me? Make it quick. Her voice is just radiating of annoyance. Maybe she hates talking to people. Just skip the small talk and get to the point already. Hurry up. Oh, come on, not this stupid rumor. So you know about the Departed's notice. We received a new notice today. Hanako's next target is a model. What? And I've heard you're doing modeling work. So what? Are you wanting me to be careful so I don't get killed by the ghost of Hanako? I think every target gets a headache, right? Like a grown-ass adult believes in ghosts. What a fool. Ha! Hanako Kai. You're really asking me about Hanako. You're the worst. So insensitive. I know it's insensitive, but I need your cooperation for this investigation. Please. I don't know a thing. Remembering Hanako only hurts me. Why don't you try being more considerate of your students' feelings? Sorry. Hanako's bullying. I don't know anything. Naomi Horikoshi. Just leave me alone. Thanks. Can we be done with this already? I've got an errand to run, excuse me. Stop her. Wait, you're in danger. Ugh, you're so persistent. Horikoshi. Didn't you hear me? You're a persistent bastard. Ow. You're just a new teacher, and your beard looks gross, by the way. Ow. Move. Get out of the way. Fine, you just go and die. The Departed's right. Horikoshi leaves the classroom. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Mr. Yashiki, Mr. Yashiki. Mr. Daimon is waiting for you in the infirmary. Oh, Mr. Daimon's here now. I really want to get information from Horikoshi, but maybe we should return to the infirmary for now. We arrive at the infirmary. A skinny man in a white coat is waiting inside. Welcome back, Yashiki. Mr. Konai told me you've become a temporary teacher here. You're finally here, Daimon. Just got back now. Hello, Kashiwagi. That uniform suits you. Thank you. Alright, let's get down to work. How about we exchange information first? Ask about Daimon. His name is Shuji Daimon, one of the mark bearers. He's a doctor who runs a clinic in each city, and he's a school doctor at Konara Academy. How you been, Daimon? I was feeling better for a while, but it's getting worse again lately. Some nights I'm coughing so badly, I can't even get to sleep. You should get a checkup. I'm considering it, actually. My clinic is understaffed, you see. I can't afford to take a day off. I can't even practice what I've told my patients. How ironic. Ask about an evolving eye. Why'd you tell I about this investigation? That's my fault. Apologies for that. I just blurted out when Kashiwagi mentioned the departed. I'm not the only one who knows about it, though. Sho and Moe know too. They told me they're gonna help you out. Great. Both Sho and Moe are also mark bearers I'm acquainted with. Looks like the group's been keeping in touch without me knowing. Goodness. Anyway, sorry for asking you to investigate this case so suddenly. When I told Mr. Konoe about the spirit doctor, he insisted I introduce him to you. Don't call me that. That magazine just gave me that nickname without consulting me. Spirit Doctor. The editor-in-chief of a certain occult magazine labeled me with that nickname without permission. According to that OO Parts article, Spirit Dr. Kazuo Yashiki is an expert in spirit investigation. I'm not that great at this. If I were, then nobody would have died yesterday. I get why you're frustrated, but don't get down on yourself. You truly do have the skills. If you didn't, I wouldn't have introduced you to Mr. Konoe. I share all the information I've gathered so far of Diamond. Naomi Horikoshi may be our key to discovering Hanako's grudge. I think so too. They used to be good friends. And Horikoshi may be the model mentioned in the notice. I want to protect her. Also, regarding Akai's suicide, maybe you should try asking Miss Sakamoto. Does she have anything to do with the case? Actually, the teachers here were running an investigation after that incident. Miss Sakamoto was the person in charge. I see. But she should have some relevant information about the bullying, too. Let me join the investigation. We're going to stand out pretty badly if the three of us walk around the school together. Mr. Konoe won't like that. Then either me or Mr. Daimon should stay behind. Please decide which one of us you're going to bring with you. Look at the stats. So strength obviously is lowest. High dexterity. Low spiritual power. High intelligence. Old stethoscope. Diamond's favorite item, and a stethoscope that has shared his joy and sorrows throughout his time as a doctor. Even though he's used it for ages, still works. Dexterity. The Konara Academy second year is really popular due to her looks, Naomi. Excels in both studies and athletics. She hid the fact that she was working as a magazine model from the school. Her demeanor changed dramatically after her ex-best friend Hanako's suicide. A doctor runs a small clinic. Has been friends with... You okay there, buddy? With the protagonist since he saved Diamond's life during a bizarre case. He works temporarily as a school doctor. He's always coughing because he's frail and neglects his health. He's skilled with his hands. Kunikawa's hanging out in the student council room. Seems like she's not busy. Oh, hello, four-eyed geezer. I mean, Mr. Yashiki? Hey. I'm from the Hime. You're a teacher here now. There's something I'd like to ask you, Kunikawa. Nope, my lips are zipped. I'm not going to give any more information to my rival. But maybe I'll reconsider if you show me your sincerity. Kunikawa looks at me, eyes full of expectation. I can't ask Ai for help when she's specifically pointing to me. What should I do? Just give her money, Neil. Compliment her looks. Hair. As the old saying goes, a woman's hair is her soul. I'll try complimenting her distinctive hair color. You've got a beautiful hair color. It suits you perfectly. What? For realsies? Kunikawa runs her finger through her hair, looking really surprised. I see. So that's how my hair looks to you. She has a satisfied smile on her face. She must really be proud of her hair color to feel that pleased by my compliment. A little too pleased, if I'm being honest. Thank you. I can see your sincerity. But whatever the case, it works. She's willing to listen. So, what do you want to ask? Chat. Kinakawa stares intently at me. You're making me nervous. Tall and slender figure with an intellectual and calm face. You look like an annex paraphernalia somehow. Wait, what? That's a dragonfly, right? Is that supposed to be a compliment? Oh, it's the highest form of compliment. Because I like bugs. Huh. Now she mentions it, all of her accessories resemble bugs. This girl's got some interesting hobbies. Hanako the toilet is a spirit that appears in the girls' restroom in the old building. Except for Hime, everyone basically knows. Okay, we saw that one before. Hanako's bullying. It seemed like Akai was bullied pretty badly. You remember those scribbles you saw in the restroom? They're based on her actual bullying. Her bullies wrote insulting things about her on the wall of the old building's restroom. Naomi. Her Koshi's popular. It only caused Akai to be judged even more harshly. What do you mean? I feel bad for saying this, but Akai was plain. Now imagine how Horikoshi's fans might react to that. I guess some of them thought she wasn't good enough to be hanging out with her. Even though they got along. Well, that's true. Horikoshi had always protected Akai. She's not the type to give in to pressure. But things changed between them at some point. You mean, before she committed suicide? Rumors said they had a falling out. Horikoshi seemed to be avoiding Akai. Okay. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, there's something I've been curious about. The girl behind you looks like Ai Kashiwagi from Love Hiki, doesn't she? Oh, I'm the real Ai Kashiwagi, actually. You're kidding! Whoa, it's my first time seeing a celebrity! What's your relationship with Ai, Mr. Yashiki? What do you think? Friend I can rely on. I'm honored to know that you really trust me, Mr. Yashiki. I'll live up to your expectations. Hee. I can tell how close you are. But to think you'd ask an actual idol to help out with your investigation. How fearless. Her fans will hate you. Mr. Yashiki didn't do anything. I forced him to let me help him out. Wow, you're so popular. But I was also moved by your sincerity. Hey, it's not my fault that a lot of... You know what, never mind. Kinukawa looks at me and smirks. The conversation started going a strange direction. Time to put an end to this. I leave the student council room after talking with Kinukawa. I'm only into dolls nowadays. When I enter the faculty room, I ask if the teacher nearby can call Sakamoto. Hello, are you Mr. Yashiki? Mr. Konai told me about you. The name's Ritsu Sakamoto. I'm the curriculum coordinator of this school. Nice to meet you. Bun. Nice to meet you too. I like to cut to the chase. Are you the killer? Before that, I have something important to tell you. Konara Academy is a prestigious high school with 70 years of history. I'm sure you already know that, don't you? Yeah. Is that Bun watch too? Gap Moy. Our teachers are responsible for guiding the next generation while preserving that history. And thus, as teacher here, you will have to understand our regulations. Sakamoto begins to scold me. If I listen to her entire spiel, the sun will set. What should I do? Have Daimon step in. Daimon nods when I give him the signal. Miss Sakamoto, you're one excellent teacher. I've even heard Mr. Koine praise you highly. Why are you suddenly bringing that up? I feel bad that someone as skilled as you would have to use your valuable time training a new teacher. Allow me to train him. However, providing a summary of the case is something that only you can do. Would you mind sharing what you learned? You're not wrong. My hands are already full of all the tasks I have. I'll leave this training to you then. Sakamoto's finally willing to listen. Mr. Konai said you're looking into the departed notices. That is correct, but I'm focusing on Hanako the toilet at the moment. What's the difference? They're both ridiculous rumors. I don't think I even have information I can share with you on that matter anyway. Chat. With the commotion surrounding notices of missing kids, many students have been feeling anxious. If we don't show them we're doing something about it, these rumors may reach outsiders' ears, which would sully the school's reputation. So you want me to solve this discreetly? Precisely. Well then, I expect that you will retain your priority and discretion while you're performing your investigation. Hanako the toilet. Every school has its own 7 mysteries and ghost stories. While that in itself is not something they've upset about, I find it incredibly rude that a student as recently passed is now subject to such stories. Hanako Akai. Akai was a rather quiet, inconspicuous student, but when she played the piano, she was dazzling. She even wanted to pursue a career in the music industry one day. What a pity. I heard you looked into Hanako Akai's suicide. I'd like to know more about that. What made her kill herself? Relationship troubles, that's what it said in the reports. That's rather vague. Please tell me the truth. Was it because of the bullying? Don't make me repeat myself. It was because of relationship troubles. Miss Sakamoto. However, if I were to personally speculate what her real problem was, it would be bullying. As a proud member of the school staff, Sakamoto doesn't want the bullying angle to go public. Phrasing as she did could be seen as a concession. Maybe now she'll start to open up a bit. Hanako's bullying. Akai hanged herself in the female restroom on the old building's 3rd floor. 3rd floor, not the 1st. Yes, the 3rd floor. Last night I encountered Hanako in the 1st floor's restroom. I'd assumed that was where she committed suicide. When we found her body, she was wearing a red skirt with suspenders like the ones grade schoolers wear. Like the original Hanako the toilet. How could that be? I doubt she chose to wear that outfit herself. That's all I can say. Ah! In other words, someone forced upon the Hanako the toilet outfit. Sakamoto gently nudged me towards what she considered to be proof of the bullying. Naomi Horikoshi. I learned some strange things related to her after Kai's suicide. So you see, I reached out to some students about the case. Horikoshi was basically Kai's best friend. She knew Kai was getting bullied, but she turned a blind eye to it. She didn't stop the bullies. Or so I heard. No idea if it's true or not. I leave the faculty room after talking with Sakamoto. We managed to get important information from Miss Sakamoto, even if it's all distressing. Indeed. However, all that information must be related to the Spirit's Crutch. No matter how much we hate hearing those stories, you have no choice but to keep digging. I understand that much. Ritsu.
坂本律と申します。当学園の教務主任をしております。よろしく。
A fastidious teacher who is a stickler for order, she's also the curriculum coordinator. Ever vigilant when it comes to matters of the school's reputation, and a martinet who doesn't believe in the supernatural. Shares information begrudgingly. Hello, Mr. Yashiki. How's the investigation going? Chat. I saw Horikoshi enter the music room just now. I wonder what business she has there. She's not in the brass band club. Hanako's bullying. If she killed herself because of the bullying, I basically murdered her too, indirectly. What I did was unforgivable. Naomi. I used to be in the same class with her and Horikoshi during our first year. They got along well back then. During lunch break, Horikoshi would always go to the music room to hear Akai play piano. There's no one in the music room. Huh? That's weird. Doyu said Horikoshi was here. That's odd. Why don't we investigate this place for a sec? Storage room? This is the musical equipment storage room. Horikoshi's desperately rummaging through the cabinet. She seems to be frantically searching for something. Whoa! Aren't you? Did you follow me here? So you're basically creepy stalkers. Aren't you depraved? Horikoshi, there's something... Shut up! I've got nothing to tell you! You need to calm down, that's not good for your pulse. You could die, you know. Horikoshi's hostility toward us is obvious. We need to do something to clear the misunderstanding. Dirty handkerchief? Ask if she lost anything. Can you handle this eye? Sure. Oh, because she's looking. Yeah, because she's looking for stuff. See, Horikoshi, did you happen to lose something recently? Like what? Not sure if this is yours, but I was handed a lost handkerchief. What? What kind of handkerchief? She seems to be showing interest. Maybe now that she's a bit calmer, we can finally talk. Looks like this is the right choice. Is that handkerchief really mine? Horikoshi seems to be suspicious of us. What should we tell her? Can I... Oh, Diamond. Dirty handkerchief. Clean handkerchief. Has strong... It was bordered with NH. Can I leave this to you, I? Sure. I mean, you can still fail, you know, it's still 2%. Hey, Horikoshi, that lost handkerchief is embroidered. If I'm not mistaken, it has the initials NH. Huh? That's my handkerchief. So that handkerchief really is Horikoshi's. Yes, I've been searching all over the place for it. Why do you have it, though? Do you mind telling me about it first? I have a few things to ask. If it won't take long, then fine. Horikoshi's finally regained her composure. Composure? Looks like this is the right choice. Survived. Social outcome. So what do you want to ask me, Mr. Yashiki? Horikoshi's still wary of us. We need to tread carefully so we don't piss her off. Chat. What are you doing here? You seem to be looking for something. I don't think she's going to answer at all. Naomi? Me, the name's Naomi Horikoshi, student number 24 in class 2B. Third subject English, needs to improve history, my hobby shopping and karaoke. What else? My birthday, blood type, 3 sizes. Huh, you look so dumb. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave. I know about the rumors. Hanako will come if you scribble something on the old building restroom wall, right? It's a bunch of crap, nothing showed up. So you gave it a try. Ah! Horikoshi covers her mouth, realizing she just let something slip. I was desperate. I really wanted to see Hanako, even if it was her ghost. Why would you take a risk like that? Because there's something I want to tell her. If I'm able to do that, I wouldn't mind being killed by her. Don't be foolish. Ha ha, guess I sound like a fool to you. By the way, I immediately erased what I wrote with that handkerchief. But there was still stuff written on the wall. You mean the whole "you suck at piano," right? I know that. But I didn't write that, someone else did. I wanted to erase it, but the ink was already dry. I could only erase the Hanako part. That explains why I could barely read the name on the wall. Maybe the smudges in the graffiti in the new building were also Horikoshi's doing. Anyway, can you give it back to me? Oh, sure. Hanako Akai. I met Hanako during our first year. She was quiet and adorable. She was very girly, unlike me. How'd you two become close? It wasn't something special. She really hated milk, you see. Some dumbasses knew about it and tried forcing her to drink it for fun. So I drank it in her stead. Hanako was really grateful, and ever since then, we started hanging out a lot. How nice of you. I don't need your compliment. Hanako's bullying. Do you want to know who bullied Hanako? I'll tell you. It was that bastard Izumi and his female lackey, Hanako's fellow brass band club members. Toshihiko Izumi. Yeah, him. He didn't show up today, though. He's dead. Why did he bully her? And nothing of value was lost. It all started when the school held an audition to pick a representative to play the school song at the recital. Hanako and Izumi were both candidates for it, but she was the one chosen in the end. She was the obvious choice. She loved piano so much, and she spent every day practicing. But Izumi's fragile ego couldn't accept that. So you bullied Hanako because you were upset that she won the competition? You got it. They bullied her in the girls' restroom in the old building so the teachers wouldn't find out. They wrote insulting things about her and forced her to drink milk. Hanako couldn't take it anymore, so she gave up the position. That's cruel. It was, and it was only the beginning. He continued bullying her even after she gave up her position. His ego must have been so trashed because she was better than him. In the end, Hanako committed suicide. At least it seems like they've been punished for their actions. Come again? Ribbon. Did this underling go missing? If I'm not mistaken, rumors said she was killed by Hanako, right? Are you talking about Ribbon? So they gotta go after her now because obviously they had a falling out. And she's like, you didn't protect me! He's like, no, I tried. Yeah, that thing from The Departed, Jonas? If I remember correctly, that little bitch always wore flashy red ribbons. I see. Ribbon was the first victim, followed by the pianist. Seems like a pretty solid correlation. Both of them had something to do with Hanako's bullying. The next target is Model, aka the one in front of me, Naomi Horikoshi. She's Hanako's best friend, though. Did she bully her, too? But her anger towards Izumi doesn't seem like an act. I doubt she was one of Hanako's bullies. Why is Hanako targeting her, then? Let's stop here. Can I go now? No, I haven't finished yet. I'm sure you remember what I told you earlier. Hanako's next target is Model. More directly, you. So what? I want to protect you. Nope, I'm good. Don't you understand? Your life's at risk. Are you gonna be murdered with a piano, like Mario? What? Don't make me repeat myself. I don't need your protection. Just thinking about an old man protecting me is making me feel squeaky. Squeaky. I'm leaving. Move. Whoa. Wow. Horikoshi shoves Ai's side and rushes out of the storage room. Are you alright, Ai? Yes. I hit my back hard, but there's no injuries or anything. Thank goodness. It might be too late to chase her down. Why would Horikoshi do that? Notice from Model. New notice from the Departed. While murder is named the same, the targeted time is Model. According to rumors, Hanako will appear if you write her name on the wall. Told someone that she'll kill you. It's better to learn who Model is. We learned from students that Model is a sophomore named Horikoshi. Turns out she and Hanako were apparently best friends. When we spoke with Horikoshi, we learned that Izumi had been bullying Hanako in the girls' restroom in the old building before she committed suicide. Hanako was severely bullied by Izumi, and in the end, it led to her suicide. But Izumi's death should have given her the revenge she desired. So why is Horikoshi now our target? Looks like there's still a secret between Horikoshi and Hanako that we need to uncover. Yosh. There are various large percussion instruments here, such as the timpani, xylophone, and bass drum. When you see these instruments, don't you just want to hit them with all your might? I'm more partial to bass drums. You know, with actual fish. On the shelf are music textbooks and sheet music. Are these specialized books? I can't tell what they are just by looking at the titles. Useless. Some instrument cases are placed on the shelf. When I take a few steps closer, I smell something moldy. There's a glass door cabinet. Horikoshi seemed to be rummaging through this thing earlier. Inside I find an open key box among some music books. There was a row of keys inside the box. Most of them seem to be keys for instrument cases. However, there's a key missing. I have no way of knowing what it was for. Did Horikoshi take it with her? The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. It's a slate already? Mr. Yashiki, let's go back to the infirmary and plan out what we're going to investigate tonight. That school's closed, the building will empty out soon. But our investigation will only truly begin at night. I should reconvene with the member I left behind and start getting ready for tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Yashiki. The sun's already set, huh? Spirits appear once the sun sets. First, I'd like to organize all the information we've gathered before we get going tonight. I like that idea. First things first. Mister, are you in here? White hair? Oh no, it's you. Shamimaru. The young girl in the sailor uniform enters the firm. I'm just making a total reference.
Yahoo!
Heyo, I've come to help. Goodness, you too, Moe. I told me everything. And I'm an occult writer, so there's no way I'd just let this case pass me by. She's Moe Watanabe, a mark bearer and a student who attends a different school. A fan of occult things, she's also been working as an editor for an occult magazine. Our editor-in-chief also looking forward to the Spirit Doctor's new mission. How many times have I told you? Can it with the nickname? Oh, boo, don't be so mad about it. The Chief and I came up with that name. Anyways, how's the Departed investigation going? I share the information I've gotten with the 3 mark bearers. I am pointing to this piece of paper. That means it's important. Is Hanako Akai really Hanako of the toilet? No doubt about it in my mind, she was bullied pretty badly. Her bullying took place in the old building's restroom. She got insulted for graffiti, was made to drink milk that she hated, and forced to wear the original Hanako's outfit. In the end, she killed herself while holding a massive amount of resentment. The ones who antagonized her were Toshihiko Izumi and his tag-along. They are both members of the brass band club. They started bullying her because Izumi didn't get selected to perform the school song at piano. Oh my god, they're the worst. And that Izumi kid was killed by Hanako last night. So she wants to get revenge just for being bullied into suicide? Probably. Her previous target, Ribbon, was involved in the bullying too. Right up to here, everything makes sense. But I don't understand why model Horikoshi is now being targeted, because she feels like she abandoned her. They're supposed to be best friends. There's a rumor that Horikoshi didn't stop the bullies despite knowing what they were doing. Something must have happened between them. Didn't the rumor also say Hanako keeps repeating the phrase, "give it back"? Hanako must be searching for something. You're right. Yeah, that. We still have no clue what it is. While we can summarize the case pretty easily, quite a few mysteries still linger. Should we fail to solve the mystery and cleanse her of her resentment, Horikoshi will die. Understood, thank you. Diamond finishes talking and hangs up his phone. Bad news, Yashiki. I just asked Horikoshi's homeroom teacher to check if she made it home safely. Looks like she hasn't returned yet. What the hell? Where is she now? In the school? No way. Did she go to the old building? Why the old building? Do you have an idea, mister? Why would Horikoshi head to the old building? To meet Hanako. Suddenly I recall what Horikoshi said in the music equipment storage room. Because there's something I want to tell her. If I'm able to do that, I wouldn't mind being killed by her. That's right. If she believes and knows us telling the truth, she probably sees this as a chance to meet Hanako. Oh my goodness. In a normal situation, telling Horikoshi, Hanako's targeting model would be taken as a warning. But in this case, that might have backfired. We need to hurry. Wait a minute, mister. As much as I want to investigate with you, my boss warned me to be careful since it's so dangerous. Because of that, I've decided to support you in a different way. How so? You see, Miss Asuka's entrusted me with handling sacred objects. You can use these things in your investigation. Sacred objects. You know, sacred objects are items that are filled with spiritual energy. Just by having them with you, you'll have better luck. You'll be protected from all kinds of misfortune and harm. But before you can use them, you need to collect items that have spiritual power. Miss Yasuoka said these items are called lost souls. And where can I find them? Like cursed places or spots that aren't spiritually stable? Spiritually unstable spots, Maybe I could find some around the school. This place is basically cursed by the departed, which makes it pretty spiritually unstable. Bring any lost souls here if you find them. I'll use them to charge whatever sacred objects you need. Interesting. Also, lost souls have the ability to increase your spiritual state. My spiritual what? This is also something that I learned from Miss Yasuoka. Humans have spiritual states. Your spiritual state will grow if you come in contact with these lost souls. Miss Yasuoka said that your body might have that characteristic. Oh, we can level up? Let me repeat that once again. The point is, if you collect lost souls, your spiritual state will increase and you can obtain sacred objects. Being prepared for anything that might happen during your exploration is crucial. So try to inspect as many likely areas as possible to find those lost souls. Leveling and acquiring lost souls will help you out during your investigation. Get lost souls while exploring. Character Moe Watanabe has been added to the character file. A high school girl who loves occult things, she has been friends with the protagonist ever since he saved her life. In a bizarre case, she's now working part-time for a magazine called Monthly or Parts. She's on standby at the Infirmary to assist with sacred objects. Note this entry is incomplete. Oh, I see. You walk with your hands in your pocket. It's pretty cool. Ah! The bell. What's wrong, Yashiki? You didn't hear that? The sound of a bell. I didn't hear anything. What is that? What Daimon sees is... Oh, now you're cursed. Something standing there. I think you're a bit closer than last time. Thin body, disproportionately large head, inordinate number of mouths and eyes, that grass sickle. It's the departed. Let us exchange vows, my dear husband. I have been hiding here. I have been watching you. A crackling voice booms inside of my head. It feels extremely uncomfortable, like a massive dirt is being stuffed in my skull, crushing my mind. I feel like throwing up. My consciousness is fading. Tonight is no exception. I shall watch you endure your fear and confront Hanako. The departed has disappeared. Are you alright, Daimon? Daimon doesn't respond. Daimon simply stares blankly at the area where the departed was, looking like the empty husk of a person. Step out of it, Daimon! Huh. Yashiki. Daimon finally returns to their senses. Don't tell me. That was... the departed. So that's the departed. Did you hear their voice? Voice, you say? No, I didn't hear it. I see. I heard it very clearly, though. The departed was talking directly to me. What did they say? I told Daimon what the departed said. Let us exchange vows, my dear husband. I've been hiding here. I've been watching you. Tonight is no exception. I shall watch you endure your fear and confront Hanako. Husband? Were they referring to you, Yashiki? I think so. I don't know why, but the departed is obsessed with me. And they want me to confront Hanako tonight. Why? Daimon lets out a string of wheezing coughs. I'm guessing he's probably shaken. After encountering a spirit like that, anyone would be rattled. Both the departed and Hanako must be in the old building now. Most likely. Hey, Yashiki. Don't laugh, but I literally can't keep my feet from shaking. How about you? Why? Good to know I'm not the only wimp here. Let's get going, Daimon. Daimon nods at my words. Hold escape to run. Ain't no hands in pocket for you. I jiggle the handle of the door leading to the old building. And just like last night, the door swings open. But this door that should have been locked has been open 2 days in a row now. This can't be a coincidence. Someone must have unlocked it. And there's only one person I can think of who would be responsible for that. The departed is luring their victims to the old building. As much as the upcoming threat makes me feel weak at the knees, this is not the time to get hesitant and apprehensive. So this is the old building. Why does this place smell moldy? Be careful, Daimon. This place is a spirit's domain. I know. So where should we begin, Yashiki? I'd say somewhere with a strong ties to the spirit. Rumors said Akai was bullied in the girls' restroom in this building. Looks like the best choice then. Yeah, let's explore the girls' restroom. Maybe they'll find a Horikoshi if we track down Hanako. Guessing Horikoshi wants to meet her. Whoa! Jump scare warning. Players of weak hearts, beware of jump scares in this game. Oops.
Yoshi.
My face is reflected in the dirty mirror. It's me. I look good. Relax, Hanako, the toilet is behind you. Urinals are dirty, riddled with mold, rank smell of sulfur stalls. The toilet bowl kind of smells like ammonia. That's all that surprising considering that it's not used. There's a sound of water. Where's it coming from? Some water coming from the toilet? The sound stopped. Jump scare? What the hell is going on? Yep. Ow. What on earth was that? Maybe that was Izumi. Is a spirit wandering around the area or something? What is this? There's something in the water at the bottom of the toilet bowl. Inspect? Looks like it's within arm's reach, but do I really have to use my bare hand? Item. I guess we'll... I don't think that one has anything in it. Empty like my soul. With the word Akai in the mirror. A scraping sound is coming from inside. You must have heard that too, Yashiki. What are you going to do? Do it. There's a scribble on the wall. Second piano, don't show off, don't play the school song. Well, I can't read the name on the wall. If Horikoshi is telling the truth, it must be Hanako.
Yoshi.
Yush. I found a broken mop on the floor. Mop. This definitely wasn't here last night. I can smell rotten milk from this mop. Someone must have used it to clean up and then rinse it out afterward. Horikoshi said something about milk, right? Kai hated milk, and Izumi used to force her to drink as part of his bullying. I have a feeling it may be related to the case. Like maybe Akai had the vomit and this mop was used to clean it up. That seems plausible. Even so, why is this mop here now? Izumi was killed in this restroom just last night. Is his spirit wandering and telling us to avenge him with this mop? There's just no way. I laugh at the ridiculous scenarios my mind is conjuring up. One thing's for sure, Hanako considered this mop an accursed item that may help us in the future. Honestly, I prefer not to use this, but I may have to if I want to survive this encounter. Mop. What is this? If I torn a notebook page into the mop. Now I looked into it, looks like we can use the piano in the old building's music room. That'll be our meeting place for tomorrow on. Now I found a cassette player, so we listen to the school song again. Melody's nice, but the lyrics are eh. We both decided to make our own version. I'll compose a new melody and now we'll handle the lyrics. I got chosen to perform as the piano accompaniment for the recital, yay. All protests of the old building paid off, thanks now. Looking at the content, I'm guessing this is a part of Hanako Akai's diary. If that's so, then now it must be Naomi Horikoshi. The two of them used to sneak into the music room in the old building to hang out. There's a cupboard for cleaning supplies. Damn. There's no bulletin board, nothing posted on it. This board's quite old, huh? Even though there doesn't seem to be anything on it, I can't help but feel nervous once I start examining more closely. This is the front entrance of the old building. The door is locked, nobody uses this area anymore. Shoe lockers are covered in dust. One of the shoe lockers is half open. So it probably isn't used anymore. It kind of makes me curious. Do it. Open the shoe locker. Several insects came out of the locker. I can't see them very well, but their bodies are long. Are they centipedes or something? What an unpleasant jack-in-the-box. Despite my hesitation, I have to inspect it further. I reach into the dark shoe locker. Suddenly my fingers bump into something. Whoa! I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. I feel an eerie chill running through my palm. Could it be? Is this one of those lost souls Moya talked about? I better keep it then. Collect lost souls' eerie teeth and exchange them for sacred objects at the infirmary. Yashiki and the others may level up, which may update the character file. Some lost souls can only be obtained at specific times. Keep an eye out for lost souls to give yourself an advantage in the game to unlock all information. There's an old bulletin board, nothing posted on it. I'm gonna start, being a little more selective of where I inspect stuff now. Koiwa. Find a pair of old rubber gloves. They're dirty, though there aren't any holes worn in them, which means they're still usable. I'm sure as we continue our investigation, we're going to run into situations where we need to handle something dangerous, which means that these gloves will come in handy. I'll be taking these. Agreed. Their owner's probably forgotten all about them anyway. Weird. Still usable as hand protection. Oh, Kitsune. What is this? For some reason, there's a pile of desks inside the classroom. What is going on? Ah, classical ghost. This is obviously out of the ordinary. Are you going to examine it, Yashiki? There's something resembling a beast beyond the window. Looking closely at it, looks like a fox statue. Looks like the guardian fox at the Inari shrine. It's unusual to see something like this at a school. Is that what it's going to be? It's going to be a fox? The big bad? Open the cupboard, there's nothing inside. Koiwa. Desks are stacked up on the ceiling. It's not a student's prank. I don't even think it's the work of a human. Just at that moment, a breeze blows from the compartment below. A cold, musty wind. Is there something there? Do it. You really have no fear. Put my arm into the compartment and blindly flail about. My fingertips brushed across something cold. What happened, Yashiki? Don't worry about it. I was just surprised. I grabbed the cold object and pull it out. It's an eerie tooth. Are these all gonna be teeth? Huh.
これは
Old rubber gloves. Put in the old rubber gloves, I said stick my hand to the toilet bowl. I pick up a small item from the toilet and wipe off the grime with a handkerchief. Looks like I have like that little bit of mold on it, right?
ここ
A urinal with mold growing along its edge. There's something on top of the toilet near the flush handle. This is a dead moth. Not one but two. The corpses lie on top of each other. These bugs must have been here a while, seeing how dried out they are. How did they get in? The windows and doors are all shut. Such a mysterious depths. I wonder if they portend anything. I'm probably just overthinking things. One's thought tends to trend toward the macabre, then pursued by spirit. I see something else between the dead moths. Some mold is growing on the edge of the door. Always in the mold. I open the door to find a plunger inside that should unclog the drain. Let's keep it may be useful. What the? This jump scare and just going to my menu.
ここ
My face is reflected in a dirty mirror. It's you. You look good. Instead of the mirror, the spot below the sink piques my curiosity. I spot a small object there with mold growing on it. What an unpleasant sight. Should I bother picking this thing up? Pick it up. Donning rubber gloves I found earlier, I reach under the sink. Ow. Ugh. What was that? I heard the sound of someone hitting the mirror and a mysterious voice as well. Don't tell me it was someone on the other side of the mirror. I wait for a while, keeping my guard up. However, nothing happens. I inspect the things in the sink. I pick it up with my hand. It's an eerie tooth.
よし
Yosh.
そうだ
Nice. We've leveled up? Bear. I guess we should start looking for these, actually.
よし
Toilet's been stained with scale. Scraps of shredded paper are floating in the water inside. This must be why the toilet's clogged. I push the plunger in the toilet bowl, and then I pull it back with all my might. Several large bubbles rush to the water's surface and pop. A gurgling sound immediately accompanies them. The paper scraps have been successfully flushed. The toilet is no longer clogged. Now the blue, a single piece of paper floats to the top of the water. It's as if the scraps got flushed and then were reassembled to their prior form. I pull on the rubber gloves I found earlier and carefully collect the paper. It's a torn notebook page. The ink is running, but it's still legible somehow. Now told me her secret. I felt my face turn red and I ran away. What should I do? I still don't know how to respond to now. I don't know what to write. I'm bad with words. It's much easier to express myself with piano. I got called over by Izumi again. Now saved me though. I'm grateful to her for that. It's been a while since we last talked. Her secret? You mean the fact that she's a model, or is her secret like, I love you? I hate the graffiti, I hate the milk. What I hate the most is the Hanako, the toilet costume. They took away my uniform, forced me to wear the red skirt. They wouldn't give it back no matter how many times I begged. Izumi laughed at me. What was so funny? I want to tell now about Izumi, and I also want to give a proper response to her feelings. Yeah. I was thinking about that, because they mentioned, like, it was relationship problems. And I was like, you know, there could have been something to that. But I didn't have the courage to write her a letter. Maybe I can say what I want if I meet her, so I told her I want to meet after school. Now I didn't come yesterday. What happened? She might have just been busy. I like the paper I found on the first floor. This must be a part of Hanako Kai's diary. Details of her days are now are also written here. The relationship seemed to have changed after now revealed her secret. How can these scraps of paper be in the old building's restrooms, though? They conducted an investigation right after her suicide. Logically speaking, these papers shouldn't be here. Could it be? There's a non-human reason. Maybe an entity is trying to show them to me. Nani? That's, what's her name? Ugh. What was that? An image flashed through my mind along with the sound of water bursting and a person's voice. It was Horikoshi, face rigid with terror. Yashiki, you heard that, right? Where could the sound of water be coming from? No clue. Hold on, Diamond. Do you only hear the sound of water? What about the wailing? And Horikoshi? What are you talking about? I only heard the water. Diamond looks visibly confused. Seems like they're being honest. And I'm the only one getting these visions. I think the water sound came from the hallway. Should we head there, Yashiki? Sure. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry and check on that sound. This is empty.
これは
Water?
よし
Yush. Why is there a large puddle on the wooden floor? Up above? I find something on the water's surface. Is this a student's handbook? The Konara Academy signet is printed on its red cover, and the name Naomi Horikoshi is written on the bottom part of the cover. Ugh. Back. A vision comes to my mind's eye. A stream of wastewater is filling the room. How can there be so much water here? Was it here earlier? Ghost? Naomi Horikoshi is struggling to keep her head above water, flashing her arms and legs. Something is clinging onto her back. Hana. You must be Hana, right? I can finally see you. I'm sorry for that time. Hana. Yeah. The sewer water starts seeping into her mouth and nose. Soon she won't be able to breathe. Despite that, her lips curve into a smile. The look on her face is so ecstatic, and the observer would doubt that she's on the brink of death. Hana, you also... Can't forgive traitors. Hoses and wastewater hovering in midair, defying gravity. It's the same as it was when Izumi's hand was sliced off. And then... What was that vision? It was so clear as if a projector had been put inside my head. Had it happened here? Was Horikoshi attacked by Hanako in this room? I quickly look around trying to find an answer to no avail. All that's left is this puddle. Neither Hanako nor Horikoshi are here. What's wrong, Yashiki? Diamond doesn't seem shocked in the least. Guess I'm the only one who was shown that vision. If that's the case, it must be a phenomenon caused by a spirit. But that only explains part of the mystery. Why am I the only one getting these visions? Because you're the chosen one. It may be related to something that I recall Asuka saying before. People in the Kujo family are blessed with the power to see the unseen. Due to this, members of my family are often possessed by spirits and die a violent death. Or we get forcibly married to waifus that try to kill us. The blood of the Kujo family is flowing through my veins. I could not escape this fate even if I have to start my former name, Masamune Kujo. I'm guessing that the fact I saw that vision is proof enough. You doing okay there? You seem to be completely lost in your thoughts. Oh, it's nothing. Let's not talk about what I saw. It's not something a living being should see. I need to weigh down anyone else's heart with this information. I can't let my friend be burdened by the feelings of the dead. It's best if I carry this alone. Let's continue our investigation, Diamond.
どうした
Hana now secret key is the promised day, which was 7:15. Opening a cupboard kind of makes you nervous since you don't know what's inside. Piano? What's this song? I think this is our school song. But why is a school song playing here? No idea. We have to find out. Probably over there. Oh, come on.
ここ これは
We're on the floor 3, right? All these places are so similar, I don't know where we are. Filthy water. Looking closely, there's something small at the bottom of the toilet bowl. Putting on the rubber gloves, I decided to stick my hand into the toilet bowl. I pick up a small item from the toilet and wipe off the grime with a handkerchief. It's an eerie tooth. There's a lectern in the back of the classroom. Are there any strange teachers who would conduct class while looking at their students' backs? There is just no way a teacher would teach like this. Hey, don't take it seriously, I was just joking. Desks are cluttered. Could there be something here? Too bad, but... Try open the cleaning cupboard, but it's not budging. I don't see a keyhole, but it's not supposed to be locked. I assume the door's gone crooked over the time. Can I give it a try, Yashiki? I might be able to open it. Diamond grabs the door handle. We need to use the power of finesse for this sort of situation. It's like this, or this. Diamond grabs the handle and exerts his power at multiple angles. The door finally opens. Just as I expected. Feel free to inspect your heart's content now. Thanks, Diamond. I peer inside the cleaning cupboard. However, there's nothing inside. That was a waste of effort. Useless! Wait. Wait, now that I look closely, there's something in the corner. Eerie tooth. TV? There's a CRT television here. The screen's dark and I don't hear any sound. I know the school song came from here. A small boombox is placed on top of the desk. The cassette tape is spinning inside. This must be what's playing on the school song. Let's stop it. The song ends once I hit the stop button. Silence fills the air once again. Phew, finally peace once again. Was that Konara Academy school song? You are correct. I quite like it. Especially the chorus. Sometimes I play it myself. I'm usually an 8-beat rhythm kind of guy, but lately I've come to appreciate the beauty of calm songs. Oops, wrong time and place to talk about that kind of thing. Anyway, I think I'll grab that boombox. Or, let's bring it with us. You never change, huh, Yashiki? Just turn along any old thing along with you. Large boombox, fluorescent lamp, storage space. Useless. Hey, Yashiki. Maybe this seems unrelated, but should we explore the music room in the old building? Sure. Why'd you mention now, though? Remember the note? I have a feeling the music room was a special place for a guy. I think so, too. She spent her time there practicing the school song, coming up with the lyrics. Along with her best friend Horikoshi. She basically has a deep connection with that place. We may find some clues about her grudge there. What's your call, Yashiki? Makes sense to me. Guess we should check out the music room. I hear the sound of a piano. That was the piano in the music room, right? Yeah. Someone is in the music room. Is it Hanako? That's a doll. Sitting on the piano stool. We have a... No, that's not that noise again. There's a young girl wearing a red dress. Cracks run across her skin like spiderwebs, and her eyes are hollow. She's not human. Rather, she's a female doll. I've encountered a doll like this before. A doll had the ability to think and could even speak. Is she like that too? There's something about Mary. Ugh. What is this feeling?
No.
Another vision is projected into my mind. We must go to the toilet dimension. It's a scene taking place in a toilet stall. A female student in a red skirt with suspenders about to... herself. She's a rubber hose wrapped around her neck as she stands on top of a bucket. Two students, a boy and a girl, are gleefully spectating. The boy's face seems familiar. It's a now deceased Toshihiko Izumi. I told you nothing of value was lost. See, she was murdered. Put more effort to it if you want your uniform back. I'll give it back if you can perfectly pretend to hang yourself, Hanako the toilet. You know, it's not really like a thing you pretend. Desperate to not lose her balance, Hanako Kai doesn't even have the ability to answer. If she loses her footing, the hose will strangle her. And those two find her desperation amusing. Hey, Izumi, is this really gonna be okay? It's so fractured if Horikoshi finds out. She's her best friend. Nah, don't worry. I've talked to her. She won't interrupt us anymore. Hanako nearly trips herself. She barely manages to hold on. Shy? Well, aren't they like super close? Horikoshi told me herself, you know. She doesn't want anything to do with Hanako anymore. It's a complete lie. Hanako's legs can't stop trembling. That's so hilarious. Hanako's been betrayed by the only person who ever liked her. Whoops, look at the time. Bye, Hanako. We're going home. Clean up the mess for us. Assuming this female accomplice leave, Hanako's the only one remaining, with the hose still wrapped around her neck. Hanako slips off the bucket. Did she do it on purpose? After that. Inside the empty restroom in the old building, the grating sound of the hose that took her life continues to reverberate. You hear, Hana? Huh? No. This can't be.
Hana.
Why did you? Where did the doll go? The vision of death inside my mind is gone, and the doll in red has vanished without me knowing. Was that girl the one who showed me the vision? Doesn't look like anyone's playing the piano. Diamond's acting like usual. Guess I'm the only one who saw both that vision and the doll. I feel sick. As if I've checked down a bunch of booze. Maybe it's because I've learned the deep despair that Hanako Akai felt. At least now I know what her grudge was when she died. Yep. Put to death by Zumi and his friend. Betrayed by her best friend Horikoshi. Hanako the Toilet was born from her strong resentment of them. Her spirit won't disappear so long as there's still malice within her. There must be a key linked to her grudge. One that can free her. I need to find it. Perhaps it's in the place I saw in the vision earlier. There may be something where she died. Whoa! Horikoshi's waiting inside the toilet stall. She's looking straight at me, eyes wide open. Is everyone just gonna die? The only thing that remains is her head. So she really was killed in that vision. We're failing to save everybody! Horikoshi was smiling when she passed. An ecstatic smile as if she'd been set free from her pain and suffering. I can only wonder what kind of pain she'd gone through to be so happy to die. A head surrounded by colorful hoses. What an odd juxtaposition. The scene is completely unlike Izumi's. His face was torn in agony, his corpse was drenched in foul water. Perhaps Hanako is trying to make her best friend's death beautiful, like the flowers at a funeral. What in the world? Screaming, Diamond grabs my shoulder. Even through my coat, I can feel that hand is trembling fiercely. Diamond, let's get out of here. Sure. No one's being saved this time around. Are you okay? Yeah. I need to catch my breath. Let's get out of this place for now. Right. Diamond's about to pass out. I started back toward the hall. What was that voice, Yashiki? Hanako's coming for us. Just blunt. Yeah, the ghost was gonna murder us. What's going on? Where's the door handle? Why is the door handle missing? What's this filthy water on the door? No time for explanation. We just have to get out. Through that poop water door. I wedge my fingers for the door gap and try to force open the door. Shite, it's not opening. The sewage water is so slick and slimy that it's preventing me from opening the door. For some reason, the door feels as cold as heavy as a solid block of ice. That was out of nowhere. Chills run down my spine as I hear the sound of water splattering on the ground. Don't look back. You hear me, Diamond? Let's figure out a plan to get out of here. I can feel Hanako's presence right behind me. If we stay any longer, we'll end up dead like Izumi and Horikoshi. How do we get out of here when the door handle's gone and there's filthy, slippery water everywhere? Raising execution rate. Pull the door open. You know, Diamond's good at opening stuff. He said, like, he has like a little bit of like, I'm good at this stuff. Diamond basically slams a punch right against the door. Diamond! Please don't come off. We only need to pull the door open. Got it. Diamond tries pulling the door open using the plunger. The door slams open. Looks like this is the right choice. See, if you use two people, it's gonna be too much force. You're not gonna get that plunging going on. It's open. Let's head out now. Diamond and I escaped the restroom without any trouble. Survived. Looks like we survived. Unfortunately, the same can be said for Horikoshi, though. I'm sorry, Horikoshi. If only I managed to stop her in the storage room earlier, I might have been able to save her. Regrets well up inside me. I feel my chest tightening. But the night's not over yet. There's something I still have to do. Can you walk, Diamond? Remember how pale Diamond looked when we found Horikoshi's body? They'd be a bad choice to continue the investigation if they're at their limits. Did I worry you? I'm fine. Let's continue the investigation, Yashiki. Like, pointing to an obvious thing. Diamond. He's obviously shaken, but he's giving his all to get us through this case. I decided to believe in Diamond. No, I don't. Just as in Izumi's case, all traces of Horikoshi's death have disappeared. Where did Horikoshi disappear to? Who knows? All we can do is examine what's in front of us. Koiwa. There's a key with a tag. I grab the key and read the tag. Old building music storage room. This must be what Horikoshi took from the key box in the new building. Sate. Trade? Bag enhancement. Lucky rabbit pouch. wonder if I can enhance the bag spiritually. I don't know if it'll be useful, though. View the bag with special ritual effects. However, it isn't that effective. It's better prioritized used on all sorts of sacred objects. The gourd. Reduce 1 action cost during suspensive acts. Shrine Guardian. Reduce 1 damage from suspensive acts and events. Are these like one-time use things?
頑張ってね。
Don't know. Maybe it only applies for the chapter. This locked door won't open. Beyond this door is a music equipment storage room. Pull out the key and turn to the keyhole. Door makes a mechanical sound. The sound of the key unlocking the door.
ここ
Kokowa. Old shelf propped against the wall. It's not used anymore. There's nothing inside. Ah, there's something glowing in the gap between the shelf and the wall. With that, I direct my flashlight towards that gap. See something small there indeed. What is it? I reach out my hand to try to pick it up. But the gap is too narrow for my arm to fit. I can't reach it. Nah, can't reach it. Let me try it, Yashiki. Maybe my hand will fit. I put her hand into the gap. Just a little bit more. Got it. Here you go. Jeez, I really want to avoid touching my bare hand if I could. She gives me an eerie tooth. New pages. Interesting.
ここ
Kokowa. Remember the old music scores are stored inside the cardboard box. The scores are warped due to humidity and full of holes. Looks horrible. What a shame.
ふん
Large brass instrument. Probably a tuba is on the floor. Everywhere else is dusty, but not this tuba. I wonder why. Upon closer inspection, there are visible handprints on it. Someone must have picked this up recently. Nah, I'm curious. Alright, I'm gonna lift this thing up. Check what's underneath Nephi. Leave it to me. Heave-ho! The tuba is heavier than I thought. I feel my back streaming because I started lifting without bracing myself. How on earth do teachers lug this thing around and play at the same time? Yashiki, work out, my man! Please don't strain yourself. I'm not that old! I dropped the tuba once I finished just taking a look. I found this underneath, Mr. Yashiki. Who hid this? I hands me a locked diary. I wonder what's written inside. Let's inspect it.
ここ
Kokuwa. Oh, school bag inside. According to the name tag, it's Horikoshi's. Inside the bag is a girl's school uniform and a green ribbon, the one worn by second years. It's not Horikoshi's size, though. Try to check the pockets just to be sure, but I don't find anything. Are we bringing this with us? It looks like a standard uniform. Locked diary. It was, what was it, like? It was on the second page here. $7.15. It could also be 52651. Enter number 526. It's unlocked now. Time to open the diary and see what we can learn. The penmanship on some of the pages leaves a bit to be desired. Looks like the events of the last few months are covered here. Where should I start reading? Start from the beginning. When I could spot the old building's music room, it's not used anymore, but there's a piano inside. Hana should be able to play there. That'll be our meeting spot. Hana said to enter the competition to perform the school song. I bet she found the courage to put herself up for it because she loves the piano so much. You can do it, Hana. Our school song is a nice melody, but the lyrics suck. When I mentioned to Hana, she said I should come up with new lyrics. I guess I'll give it a try. It can be our song. Hana got chosen to be the accompanist. Congrats, now I'm gonna come up with the lyrics. Giving about the Hana when I'm not doing anything. Being with her is so much fun. I feel bliss. Is it because we're friends? Maybe it's more than that. My head is filled with Hana. I can't even think about anything else. I can't bear any longer. I'm gonna tell her my feelings tomorrow. I hope she feels the same. I confessed to Hana in the music room. She was shocked, then she ran away looking like she was about to cry. I was left all by myself. Hana didn't come to the music room again. What if she told the other people what happened that day? I don't want to think about it. Looks like Izumi's been bullying Hana since she was chosen to be the company for the recital. How dare he lay a hand on her? This is unforgivable. I've warned Izumi. Despite what happened between us, I still love Hana. Izumi called me, discovered my feelings for Hana after he stole her notebook. He told me not to say anything, or else he'd reveal my secret to everyone. I wanted him so bad, but I couldn't. Both of us are the worst. Hana's dead. She hung herself in the old building. They forced her to take off her uniform and put on some weird outfit. If only I stopped Izumi. I'm sorry, Hana. I heard the rumors about Hanako the toilet. They say it can be Hana if I scribble some graffiti in the old building's restroom. I want to meet Hana again, even if she's a ghost. I wanted to hear the lyrics I promised her I'd write. I snuck into the old building, wrote some stuff, but Hana didn't show up. I snuck into the old building, wrote some graffiti again. Hana still didn't show up. Hana's spirit repeatedly keeps saying, give it back. I know what she's looking for. I think I can finally meet her if I give it to her. I'll go to Hana's house tomorrow and borrow it. If I do meet Hana, first of all, I want to apologize to her. Then I'm going to ask her to respond to my confession. What did she think of me? She probably hated me, but still I have to know. A full note is tucked between the pages. The song. I folded to reveal some lyrics. The title of the song is Hano's Song. It's a song about the future and friendship. And real diary, I'm convinced this is Horikoshi's. Horikoshi went to the old building to meet Hanako the toilet. She wanted to give something to her. We know what the item is. All I have to do is find it. Find the door that leads to our future so bright. I'll draw the red flower we swore on again tonight. The wish you made my heart's secret key. Your smile shines for within me. It's a deteriorated cardboard box. Mr. Yashiki, didn't Horikoshi in her diary that Hana was looking for something? I have a feeling it's this uniform. A highly probable conclusion indeed. Horikoshi noted in the September section of her diary that she borrowed something from Akai's parents. If that something was Hanako's uniform, everything makes sense. Horikoshi must have figured out that Hana wanted her uniform back. She probably brought the uniform with her to draw on Hanako. Except she was being targeted. Horikoshi was killed before she could give the uniform back. Why'd she leave it here, though? I wonder what Horikoshi did in the time she was out of our sights. Horikoshi must have sneaked into the old building and entered the music equipment storage room. She probably waited there reminiscing on her days of Hanako until nightfall. At some point during that time, she hid her diary into the tuba. I can't know for certain why she hid it, but my guess is she wanted anyone who came investigating Hanako's case to find out if she didn't make it back. Eventually, Horikoshi left the storage room. Considering where she left her bag with the uniform in it, she must have left it there without thinking. Perhaps she heard Hanako call her name. And when she left the storage room, she finally met the person she'd been looking for, Hanako. And then Horikoshi. Hanako's uniform. Horikoshi left us behind. It was technically a quicker death than Izumi's. Because she could have drowned her, which would have been painful. But she just... This is likely the thing Hanako is searching for. Which may mean carrying it could make us Hanako's target. In that case, we shouldn't pick this up without giving it some serious thought. Are we really going to bring it along? Yes. They gave you a choice there for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Ah! The sound of a bell suddenly echoes in my mind. Chills run down my spine. You're not Hanako. Before I can react, the departed is standing before us. Ivory coals next to me. My dear husband. That unpleasant voice fills every corner of my mind, once more dragging my consciousness into a dismal, suffocating swamp. Hanako's grudge killed Model. You are next. She is already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. Great. I try and listen to what they say while suppressing my chills and nausea. Hanako's grudge killed Model. You're next, she's already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. The bard's presence abruptly vanishes. Ai turns to me, their entire body tense as a bowstring. Her whole body is shaking. She can't hide her shock after seeing the departed for the first time. That's the departed. No amount of determination could have prepared me for seeing that. My body refused to move. My voice wouldn't come out. Don't worry about it. That's the expected reaction. The departed. If I remember correctly, they only talk to you, right, Mr. Yashiki? Did they say something again? They love me. Everyone does. Yeah. I tell Ai what the departed said. You are next, she's already here. You gotta be kidding me! Hanako's here? I glance at the entrance. Their face contorts into an expression of shock and fear. We're both thinking the same thing. Does that mean we're trapped here? Our time's running out. What should we do to survive? Definition of Hanako. Horikoshi was murdered by Hanako, just as Noah said. The only way to close this case is to face Hanako myself. And find out what she meant by give it back. That foe's a spirit, so she'll try to kill me. Is there anyone to fight her? Maybe something she hated in her previous life. What is the key to saving Hanako's soul? There seems to be a misunderstanding between Hanako and Horikoshi. What can I do to clear that up in a way that Hanako would definitely understand? I'll have to put the departed to the side for now and focus on Hanako. Alright. But the eerie sound of water is echoing after us. Do you think that sound just now is? Yeah, it's Hanako. Yeah, I heard it. Gods. Well, they really increased the budget on the boss fights, didn't they? Let's get out of here. Guess we've got no choice. That's Hanako. What should we do? Hanako I see before me is a spirit that kills people. My instinct and common sense tell me we need to run as far away from her as possible immediately. However, I didn't come to this school just to run. I need to stand and confront Hanako so I can start to get to the bottom of this case. Get back uniform. Hanako fires something at an incredible speed that grazes my torso. Ugh. Why me? Who's that? I touch my torso, find out part of my coat is now torn and wet. I like that coat. Was that thing just now? Water? Yeah, but it's not your everyday water. At this speed, it's as sharp as a blade. If she's seriously attacking us, we've got no chance of getting away. Act 1. Hanako's directing her anger at us. Hanako's uniform. Just throw it at her.
Yoshi.
Yosh. You throw Hanako's uniform toward her. The uniform eventually falls on the floor. Looks like this is the right choice. You have to look like a turtle. Hanako takes a few steps closer to check whether or not it's her uniform. Yes, it's your uniform. Hanako stares at her uniform on the floor. Oops. No, not my guts! Ugh. Hanako launches a flurry of strikes with her water blade. Hanako is filled with fury and rage. We're gonna be killed at this rate. Yeah, I know. If we can't calm her down, we have to attack her to survive. Mop. Face. When the broken mop, we thrust it toward Hanako's face. Thank God. Mop. Take a step forward and extend our arms as far as we can, until the mop touches Hanako's face. However, I don't think it did anything. Frack, did we fail? Yeah, I hate milk. Hanako looks pained from the smell of milk coming from the mop. Look like I used to hate milk, and looks like that deep-rooted trauma still exists. Looks like this is the right choice. Her bloodlust instantly disappears. Me, now. You really have to have googly eyes. Hanako's takers to our side, begging for help. Now, where are you? I'm lonely here. Now. She says she's lonely. What are you on about? You killed Horikoshi. Yes, you killed Now. Now, Wei. No, yeah, yes, Wei. Kill her? Possible. Looks like Hanako doesn't even remember killing Horikoshi. Promise with Now. Where's our promise song now? She must be referring to the lyrics. So as long as we can convey the feelings that Horikoshi poured into these lyrics, like if for us there's a piano here, I should be able to pull this off with I's help. You remember I can play the piano? Sing it. I just gotta play the piano while I sing the promised lyrics. I starts playing the school song we heard on the radio cassette player. It's all going to be fine. I can't remember how the melody goes, so I should be able to sing it. Most crucial part is figuring out when I should start singing. I checked the lyrics one last time while waiting for the right timing. The melody playing in the background, I start to sing along. These lyrics are filled with Horikoshi's pure feelings for Hanako. I can feel them too. Are these feelings platonic or... The song, is it you now? Hanako is listening. Horikoshi kept her promise with you. You're not alone. I sing the song until the end, and Hanako the toilet listens until the very last note. Looks like this is the right choice. Thank you now. Keeping our promise. I truly appreciate it. So is there the old-fashioned bad endings where your party members die or don't? I don't know. Hanako's presence is gone. Looks like it's over. Because traditionally, you always, like, save the person that the chapter is about, but this time, like, oh, everyone's dying. It seems so. Horikoshi turned her back on Hanako in a moment of cowardice. It was a moment that Hanako was unable to forgive. However, that didn't break their bonds. In the end, Horikoshi's melody proved to be Hanako's salvation. What is this feeling? Someone's watching me. Who? Wait. What was that? I feel like I glimpsed Hanako for a moment. But there's just no way. She should have passed on. Did you see that eye? Huh? See what? I didn't see anything. Was it only my imagination? Or was it something that only I could see again? Never mind. Let's just assume I was imagining things. We definitely pacified Hanako's spirit. She should have reached salvation. Departed. Let's get going, Mr. Yashiki. We've got to let Daimon and Moe know. Yeah. There's something on the floor. It looks like a page from a notebook. Dear Now, I'm sorry for running away the other day. I was so surprised that you confessed to me. I'm sorry for the late response. I've been thinking about it ever since the day you confessed. I don't know what to say. I know how to give you a sincere answer since your feelings for me are also genuine. And while I finally found my answer, I love now. I don't know if I love it feels the same as yours, though, so I want to confirm with you. I'd be great if it was the same. I hope our relationship will last forever, my dear Now. This is the draft of the letter Hanako Akai was writing to Naomi Horikoshi. She probably hadn't been able to finish it. If only she could have conveyed these feelings of hers, their fate could have been different. But in that case, there may be something more we can do for Hanako. In the place we last saw her, I think we can help Hanako deliver her feelings. Hanako's ending. Horikoshi's feelings should have reached Hanako through the song she wrote for her. However, the bullying ruined everything before they can communicate. Thinking she'd been abandoned to her friend, Hanako's feelings turned into hatred and she killed Horikoshi. At least Horikoshi died with a smile. As much as I want to believe I've saved Hanako, there's some lingering anxiety. Why did she appear briefly after our showdown? In the notebook page she left behind, there was a reply to Horikoshi's confession. I wish there was something I could do to deliver it to the now-deceased Horikoshi. Hanako Akai, a quiet second-year Konara student who joined the brass band. When her best friend Naomi confessed her love, they grew distant, and then Izumi and his cohort bullied her after she bested him in a competition to be the pianist for the school recital. Died when being forced into creating a suicide photo. Izumi. Seemed like a decent kid, but bullied Hanako to the point of the losing contest. He was killed by Hanako and his death was treated as disappearance. Age 17. Hobbies, winning competitions, favorite item knuckle duster. I screwed up! Incomplete. Here's the other page. Favorite item, branded handkerchief. Lines, huh? Naomi Horikoshi's head was here. We may be able to convey Hanako's feelings to her here, since this is where we saw Horikoshi last. I take out the letter, and then I read Hanako's reply out loud. I'm well aware this is likely nothing more than a self-serving act to tie up loose ends in my mind. But still, I don't want to lose my respect and compassion for the dead. Hanako and Horikoshi deserve this much. Hope it reaches Horikoshi. Let's believe they will. The sound of a bell echoes in my ears. Correct choice? I quickly spin the face eye. Huh? What happened? I looks at me with concern. Seems like that sound was only meant for my ears. I wait for a while, still on guard, yet nothing strange occurs. What on earth was that about? I forget what happened with Hanako to Daimon and Moe. Oh, in the end we couldn't protect Horikoshi. I understand your feelings, but don't be too upset about it, okay? Saving someone is no easy task. Me and my fellow doctors have a lot of similar regrets. Daimon. There's something I always tell myself whenever something like this happens. You might have failed this time, but you're still needed. Your next patient will survive. In the end, we're just feeble humans. That's the only way we can push forward with our lives. Daimon fixes his eyes on me, looking mournful. He must have witnessed an enormous number of lives saved. He's also witnessed countless deaths. There's no doubt that he's gone through many more traumatic situations than I have. Do I really have the strength and resilience to match his? Oops, that's my phone. I'll be answering this. I leaves the infirmary. Hey, mister. Even though Hanako has disappeared, this case is still far from over, yes? True, because we still have the departed. They said if you survive, you will become my real husband. They seem to be testing me with their notices. Whoa, a dangerous spirit has a crush on you. It's not the first time, it's not going to be the last. But I'm okay with this. I really am. Do you think they'll give up if you refuse to deal with them? That's a disaster in the making. The departed's obsessed with Yashiki, so if he chooses to ignore them, who knows what a jilted spirit would do? Maybe take more drastic measures to get his attention. Right. So then all we can do is find the departed that's lurking in the school. Yep, seems our only option is to proceed with the investigation so we don't end up provoking them. I mean, they're trying to show off by hiding in the school. They want to be found. What if it's the bug girl? It does have white hair. That seems to be a trend with these characters. Maybe they want their dear husband to find them. How are we supposed to look for them, though? Use sacred objects? So you're saying we should use sacred objects? Too bad, though. Miss Yakusoko didn't give me anything to help with that. Still lack information. We have no choice but to deal with their notices until we gather more clues about their identity. It's frustrating indeed. Where's Ai? I wonder what happened to Ai. She's been gone a long time. So Ai's the one that can die in this chapter. It's probably tied to, like, not going up to the bathroom rather than the actual boss fight now. Be a little more positive. You may be overreacting, though I won't deny there's a possibility that something's wrong. Let's look for it, Yashiki. Daimon and search around the special and new buildings but come up empty. Daimon also tries calling Ai with his phone, but she doesn't pick up. Where did she go? There's only the old building left to search, but she can't be there, right? Ah! The bell again. My dear husband. The bard's voice. This bride of yours shall soon eat. Hanako's soul is one that has achieved complete salvation. I shall hope it will taste good. This bride of yours shall soon eat. Hanako's soul is one that has achieved complete salvation. I shall hope it will taste good. Should her soul taste awful, I shall eat the scapegoat's soul instead. That scapegoat is I. Idol. Hold on. What are they saying? Scapegoat is an idol. Come to me, your dear bride. I hear the sound of a door opening from the girls' restroom. Why did you stop all of a sudden? The voice. I heard the departed's voice. I told Daimon what the departed said. What in the world? Kashiwagi's been captured. We still don't know for sure yet. They mentioned something about Hanako's soul having achieved complete salvation. So clearly what they desire is a soul that has attained full salvation. Ai's life will be spared if they can get that. What exactly is full salvation, though? Why are they targeting Kashiwagi? Why did the spirit devour another spirit? Why? I can only remain silent. I have no idea what a spirit like this is thinking. I don't have time to ruminate anyway. Need to hurry and try to find Ai. On the other side of this door, the departed awaits. I hear a sound coming from the back of the restroom. It's pitch black. The noise is vivid, discomfiting, and unpleasant. It sounds like someone is eating something. In the back. There's something in the back. I put my flashlight toward the back of the room. The light reflects off of something in the darkness. And that is... So in the Ai version, it's just Ai, his body's switched out. A gruesome scene that transcends human comprehension. A spirit is devouring another spirit. The one being devoured is Hanako of the toilet. And doing the devouring is the departed. I think she should be kind to become her own night parade. The departed cuts Hanako's body with an old sickle. And then they bring the piece of meat to one of their numerous mouths and munch on it. They tear Hanako open over and over again. The departed lets out a laugh. Not even trying to attack us, they continue to cut and chew on Hanako's meat. They're flaunting this repulsive action, insulting the soul. Daimon is utterly speechless, as am I. My mouth refuses to open. It's a struggle to even breathe. Hanako was pure and delicious. I will save my next meal for another night, as I am now full. Hanako was pure and delicious. I'll save my next meal for another night, since I'm now full. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and be loved. I must eat a lot so I can become beautiful and loved. Hanako's soul was delicious. Does that mean that the party got to eat a soul of full salvation as they wanted? Both the departed and Hanako are swallowed into the darkness and disappear. No, they'd probably be eating... I think that would be the same, the bad end, but then I would be like double dipped, like they'd be eating her somewhere else. What was that? That was the sound of piano. The music room. Don't tell me Kashiwagi is... We enter the pitch black room. We can tell there's someone standing in the darkness. And that someone is Ai. She's simply gazing into the empty void. Her mind is obviously somewhere else. Ai, get a hold of yourself. Ah, Mr. Yashiki? You were almost a Jill sandwich. Literally. Or an Ai sandwich. Ai has come back to her senses. Are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? I'm okay. She's showing signs of cyanosis, but nothing too serious. What happened, Kashiwagi? I have no idea. I stepped out of the infirmary to answer the call, but they immediately hung up. I was about to go back in when I saw someone. Was it the departed? No, They looked like human to me. What? I recall what Izumi said last night. The departed is pretending to be a human. So they really are hiding in the school. Because here's the other thing. The departed was covered in bugs, right? Well, the girl in white hair is covered in bugs. The little, like, pins and stuff. And then the girl with the tattoo face going on is, like, the red herring. I'm watching you, game. And also, like, it was a somewhat... I mean, if we see the girl with white hair die, then we're like, alright. If she can die, then, yeah. We know she's not the one that wins. But if she doesn't die, then I think she could be the one. Because it seemed like she had, like, a little, like... kind of like a student-teacher crush kind of weird thing. And then just, like, another layer to it. It's like, oh, yep, nope, you're a ghost. Oh, okay, that all makes sense. You want to eat me. Who was it, I? It's, I remained silent, her gaze fixed on the ceiling. She must be digging through her memory. I can't remember anything. I can't even recall anything about her face or clothes. It feels like something's clouding my mind. I'm sorry. You can't even tell us if they're a girl or a boy. Yeah. I tried to approach and everything just went dark. There's also some other clues I kind of noticed when they were talking about their stories and backstory and stuff. So we'll see. I'm gonna get into that later. And I can't remember a thing after that. I don't even know how I got here. Okay. As much as I want to find out who the departed is, it seems that things are not progressing as smoothly as I thought. Here's everything. They target I in particular because, like, she met her, right? Remember? I can't really blame I. For now, I'm just gonna glad she's safe and sound. Hey, Yashiki. Kashiwagi's safe. That means the departed's desire to consume a soul that achieved full salvation has been granted. Yeah, true. I wonder exactly what full salvation means. Who knows? The departed only told us the result without providing any further explanation. Although, we have a clue. When we read that draft in the girls' restroom, I heard the bell ring inside my head. This is just a hunch, but maybe that was the indication that we guide Hanako to a full salvation. There isn't anything else we can do here at the moment. Closing the door behind me, I leave the school with the mark bearers. I'll inform Mr. Konai about Horikoshi. He's close with the cops in the city. I'm sure he'll do something about it. The headmaster here sure is something else, huh? He seems like someone from the underworld. Yeah, he probably is. Knowing this place. He's a dependable fellow, though. Without him, we would have been questioned by the cops. You think they'd accept an explanation that involves spirits? We'd just be rotting in jail. Especially considering that someone's literally dead. I'm sorry, Horikoshi. Hey, there's something I'm curious about. You think they targeted Ai out of jealousy? Jealousy? See, I told you! Doesn't the part think of you as her husband? Wouldn't that make Ai a formidable rival? She's an idol, after all. Maybe that's why the departed targeted her. Given their unusual obsession with me, I can't deny that. Oh god, they're gonna go after Mashita! But there's nothing we can use to confirm or deny that speculation. We're dealing with a spirit here, and they're very unusual one at that. Say, Mr. Yashiki, do you plan to keep chasing after the departed? I'm the one being chased. I guess so, yeah. They seem to be freakishly obsessed with you, calling you dear husband and all that. But this is strange. Why you? There's a lot of men out there. Well, I'm just that special. Just built different. And I can't open a simple locker, but I'm built different. I have no idea either. There's gotta be some kind of reason for their obsession. I'm thinking that might be our best lead to identifying who the departed is. The departed's true identity. This case will never end unless I figure that out. My guts tell me that's what the departed wants as well. I'll go to the toilet. End. Okay, so special objects do save. So we're gonna get the bad end here. We're not gonna continue off the bad end, we're just gonna show the bad end of this chapter. I was utterly speechless. As am I, my mouth refuses to open and struggle to even breathe. Hanako still tasted bitter. The meal is ruined. I must eat the scapegoat to cleanse my mouth. Hanako still tasted bitter. He was ruined and must keep people tasting in my mouth. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and be loved. Hanako's soul was bitter. Does that mean that the departed didn't get to eat a soul that had achieved full salvation? Then... will the departed Hanako fall into the darkness and disappear? What was that? That scream just now was eyes. And the sound of the piano. Oh god, the piano. Didn't I mention something about that? But I thought it was gonna be the other girl. The music room. Kashiwagi's in danger. Whoa. Someone's lying on top of the instrument. What? Alright. It is I, but she looks different. No, my goodness. You know, yeah, I thought your death was gonna be a lot more gruesome. Even when we call to her, she doesn't respond. What in the world happened to her? Her uniform is horribly shredded, yet there isn't a single wound in her body. Instead, we find dark handprints that look like black mold. The dirty handprints cover her body, her face, neck, chest, stomach, even her feet. A swarm of whimsical moths flutter around her. Hanako still tasted bitter. The meal was ruined. I must eat the scapegoat to cleanse my mouth. The departed's words keep ringing in my mind. Right, I soul's been eaten by the departed. They demanded compensation for not getting a soul. They achieved full salvation. But why did it have to be I? Wait, I hear a sound coming from I's body. It's gonna get worse, isn't it? The repulsive sound of something wriggling. Not a sound you normally hear from a human corpse. Oh, okay. For a second there I thought, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna get a chest burster scene. Her body starts swelling and suddenly bursts. A swarm of bloody shining leaf beetles pour from her viscera and scatter. What, they didn't even have like a CG for it, like, alright, that's too much. But there's just no way. How can this be? This must be some kind of illusion. Diamond murmurs faintly, barely hanging on to the last vestiges of his sanity. He's futilely trying to convince himself that the grotesque scene he just witnessed somehow wasn't reality. What should I have done? Yeah, see, they're bug themed. It's 100%. It's the girl with white hair. He mutters to himself, despondent, voiceless with guilt and regret. I don't know how to respond. There's nothing else left to do here. Nothing at all. Losing my grip on reality, I leave the school of the Mark Bearers. I'll inform Mr. Konai about Horikoshi. He's close with the cops in this city. I'm sure he'll do something about it. What about I? That's... Kashiwagi isn't a student there. Mr. Konoi can't help us out with that one. I feel awful for her, but we have no choice but to feign ignorance. Come again? If the cops catch wind of it, they're going to come question us. You think there's any chance of us explaining away what happened tonight? Worst case, we'll be branded suspects and sent to jail. And then who will be left to chase after the departed? Fine, I won't tell a soul. Hey, there's something I'm curious about. You think they targeted Ai out of jealousy? Jealousy? Doesn't the part think of you as her husband? Wouldn't that make Ai a formidable rival? She's an idol after all. Maybe that's why the departed targeted her. Given their unusual obsession with me, I can't deny that. But there's nothing we can use to confirm nor deny that speculation. We're dealing with a spirit here, and they're a very unusual one at that. Hey, mister. What is it? Can you promise me? Promise me you'll definitely avenge Ai. I promise. Thank you. I and Horikoshi have died, and yet I'm still alive. In that case, the only option is to keep chasing after the departed. And that's the bad end. So that's it for this episode and Chapter 2 of Spirit Hunter Death Mark 2. Stay tuned for Chapter 3 in the next episode.